Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in once again to the Queen Sports Network. As always, I'm Mike Glennon. This is Inside the Lion's Den, and we are talking today to a familiar face here on the Queen Sports Network, and that, of course, is sophomore, well, now I should say junior swimmer Danielle Melilli. And Danielle, thank you again for carving out some time. I know you've had a busy time going on since we last talked,
Yep.
so glad to have you back on.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, last time we talked, you were just coming off those two national championships you won individually, and then, of course, being a part of the relay team as well. But, or I should say, two relay teams.
Yeah.
My apologies as well. But, you were also the female swimmer of the year in the conference. You ended up being the CSCAA female swimmer of the meet at the D2 national championships. Then you went on and competed in the Olympic trials. So, I mean, can you just talk about kind of that flurry of things that came your way and kind of what it meant to you and what you've been feeling since that time?
Yeah, it was definitely a whirlwind. Everything happened so fast. Just to think back,
Sure.
like it just feels like this year just began. So to already be finishing up June here, it's crazy. But yeah, I think honestly, what we kind of discussed in our last talk, just it means so much just because I had a really tough year, like not only in the pool, just
Sure.
pretty much everybody did. But especially
Mhm.
outside of the pool. So, having swim as kind of an outlet to go to let your frustrations out, things like that. But
Sure.
swim, although it wasn't always consistent, to me, it was the one consistent thing in my life. So to be able to get as far
Mm.
as I did and not really even planning to get that far or to accomplish that many things just means like so much the world to me.
Sure. I mean, let me ask you this, especially with everything going on, like you just
Yeah.
mentioned, did you kind of inspire yourself a little bit in terms of like how you're like, man, I really locked in and I really focused and obviously good things have come from it.
Yeah, for sure. You set goals and you're like, yeah, I can get that, I can do that. But then when you actually get
Mhm.
them and even take it a step further as the trials, I was
Sure.
shocked with myself, super proud of myself. And I just
Yeah.
had everybody along the way with me to remind myself like how proud I should be. Mhm.
Sure. Well, I talked to Skylar Cook Weeks about his experience as well, and he one thing he definitely mentioned was that walk out through the tunnel out into the arena, and for those like I say that haven't seen that, the Instagram page you guys have did a great job documenting that. But can you just talk a little bit about what that environment was like and what that feeling was like coming out with all those people in the house and just kind of what you felt like?
Yeah, it was definitely overwhelming. That is definitely the biggest meet I've ever been to in my swimming career. Kind of kind
Sure.
of skipped a few steps, but yeah, I knew it was going to be large. You see it on TV and you're like, yeah, it's
Mhm.
going to be this huge thing. And then you get there and you're a part of it and you were like, wow, it is different than what what I was expecting. But yeah, it was just exciting. Maybe a little bit nerve-wracking, but in all, just pretty much exciting. It was just so cool to experience it firsthand and see it all come together. They,
Sure.
even for spectators, they make it such a wonderful experience with like a light show
Mhm.
and everything. So definitely so cool.
Well, nerve-wracking, I feel like is an understatement. So, I completely get that. I would be racked with nerves just walking out in an empty stadium like that, much less with all those people in the seats. So that's again, what an amazing experience for you. And of course, I also equivalated to you look at Hannah Aspen, who's on her way to the Paralympics. A teammate of
Yeah.
yours, Skylar, was there as well alongside you, and then of course your assistant coach Nick Erickson. Kind of that Queens
Yeah.
family. What is it that you see this does for this Queens swimming program and kind of continuing? You guys have already put yourselves on the national landscape, but this puts you on an international
Right.
landscape.
I think it's definitely kind of the word you used before, inspiring. I think it shows people that, putting in this hard work when you trust this program and even looking at Nick and being a coach in his position now, still being able to get to a spot like that is just incredible.
Sure.
And Hannah Aspen, her achievements are insane. She's
I
just
know.
such an inspiration, and to sit there and, see people and even being next to Skylar, he inspired me the whole time just with his attitude and his mentality. So I think even though, I
Mhm.
was there, but for people to watch it is just, it's a great thing. And I think
Sure.
people will really take that with a bound and see that we can go further than even just NCAAs.
Mhm. Absolutely. And you guys, further you went for sure. And then, of course, you kind of almost this season kind of capped itself off, and now you're looking ahead into your workouts for next season. But of course, capped off with being honored as the women's college athletics awards, the Honda Athlete of the Year for D2. And I know because they didn't award the actual champion of that. Everybody, you had the finalist, but even to be a finalist of that, there are very few people in this world that can say they were a finalist there, a Olympic trial qualifier, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, can you just talk about what kind of that was the, I guess, cherry on top for your season heading in now to your junior year?
Yeah, for sure. Swimming has been a rough sport, obviously, to be a part of. Before coming to college, I almost quit. So like to be in this position now around 3 years later, it's just it's crazy, and it's never a place I expected to be. And I'm just thankful to be at Queens doing it and accomplishing and just pushing myself and having everybody around there. The family there, it's really a family, and they just push me. And I mean, even if I don't have it like, set in my eyesight at the time that I will accomplish a goal as I did, they remind me that I can do it if I wanted to.
Absolutely. Well, trust me, that word inspiring, I feel like, is going to keep coming up a whole lot with everything that's been going on as of late, and how fantastic you guys have been in the pool and out of the pool too. I mean, you talked about that family atmosphere. And I know that's something Coach Dugdale has tried time and time again to tell me that you build, and I'd say you have that and then some nowadays in these hallways, I guess I should say. So congratulations again. Best of luck, obviously, heading in now to your junior year, but what a sophomore season, and just cannot say how proud we are as a Queens family for you. So
thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back to your summer activities and your workouts, but appreciate you joining us here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. All right, that's going to do it for another Inside the Lions Den. Make sure you come back and join us. Hit that like and subscribe button right here on YouTube and get all the newest content on the Queen Sports Network. For Danielle Melilli, I'm Mike Glennon. You guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Royals.